Hello and welcome to Ask an English Teacher. I'm Amy. Ask me anything. Today I have a question from Ejaz. Thank you, Ejaz, for your question. Ejaz asks, what's the difference between house and home? Let's take a look. First, a house is a building or structure that people live in. The definition is pretty concrete, and specifically it refers to a building. A home also means a building where people live, but it can be a house, it can be other types of structures like an apartment, a trailer, or any place where a person feels a sense of belonging. In other words, it could be a community, it could be a city, it could be the place you grew up. The word home is more emotional and expresses the idea of family, community, or a safe place of belonging. It can refer to a physical structure, of course, yes, but it also can be an idea or a feeling. I want to take you through some common phrases with some examples of how we use the word home and how we use the word house. A house is always just a building, so the word home is much more emotional and intimate. Some common expressions with the word home. Home is where the heart is. Home sweet home. There's no place like home. Make yourself at home. We would never substitute the word house in these phrases because they refer to a sense of belonging and express something much more emotional. So how do we use house and home in sentences? When do we use them? When we speak about the place where we live, we usually choose the word home for our own home or house. For example, I want to go home, or I'm going home. We don't usually say, I want to go to my house, or I'm going to my house. We tend to use the word house to refer to somebody else's home. So, for example, I want to go to your house, or I'm going to your house. What about if I want to invite you to the place where I live? Will I say house or home? Most people will say house. Please come to my house, or stop by my house anytime. We don't usually say come to my home or stop by my home because the emotional connotations sounds too intimate. Come home with me is a very intimate statement. We often use home in idioms and phrases like hit home or close to home or drive home. And we'll take a look at all three of those in more detail. Hit home is to realize the significance of something. For example, the tragedy of war hit home when her brother was killed in battle. Close to home means something is very relevant, often when something is accurate to the point of embarrassment or discomfort. For example, the news of the scandal was close to home for many married men. Drive home means to make a point or make something clearly understood. So for example, we could say, we need to drive home the importance of education. One last word I want to discuss is housing. Ejaz didn't ask about this, but I think some of you will. Housing is used to describe houses or apartments collectively. For example, a housing development or housing prices or student housing or low-income housing. If I want to talk about the real estate market in my city, I could say the housing market in my city is very strong. Okay, that's it for today. That was a lot. Was this video helpful? Did it leave you with more questions? My goal with Ask an English Teacher is to answer your English questions, so please leave your comments, questions, and feedback for me in the comment section of this video. See you next time. Bye.